My name's Guy Kestivan. I've been a professional bike and kit reviewer for over 25 years. And in all that time, these pedals are the best clipless trail pedals I've ever had the pleasure of using. Hope's Union TC Clipless. So, what makes these pedals so special, and why do I think it's worth paying the extra for them? So, that's the TC, which is the trail clipless, not the RC, which is the smaller platform race pedal, or the GC, which is the big sort of gravity downhill pedal. So what are we talking about here? As it's Hope, you are getting a beautifully CNC machined mid-size platform pedal, loads of cutouts on it. They weigh in at 440 grams. They've got a chromo axle in them, triple cartridge bearings, and then an IGUS bushing as well. So masses of support on that axle. And as you can see, I've had these 14 months now. I've not ridden them constantly, but I've ridden them a lot. And I remember commenting, I wrote them up after a couple of months, and even then the bearings were pretty stiff, and they are still. But there's there's absolutely zero play in these. I don't remember, probably a couple of years back, I got a load of Crank Brothers pedals to use. They fell apart really quickly, to be honest. Bearings gave out on them. You can rebuild them, but frankly, I'd rather not have to. These have seen hundreds, probably, I wouldn't be surprised if getting on over thousands of kilometres now in all weathers. And both pedals just feel absolutely butter smooth. Cold butter, mind, that warm, easy spinning butter. But the bearings absolutely rock solid. One thing I was worried about at one stage was that because they don't spin, you tend to be clipping into one side of the pedal all the time. And I think in my initial report, I said I was worried that would wear one pedal out more than the other, one side more than the other. But looking at them both now, absolutely spot on. The very, very similar wear rates either side. And the mechanism is fully stainless steel. And the cleats, which I'll talk about more in a minute, are fully stainless steel as well. So super durable pedal in terms of the build quality and the bearings. And they come with 4 pins, optional on each side. As you can see, I'm not actually using them. What I found is, if you want grip and to stop your foot twisting on the pedal, then they're brilliant. They give a really, really good solid feel. And they do give some extra grip when you're unclipped as well. But I found, maybe because my knees are old and I didn't like the side loading, I found they created too much drag, actually, as I was trying to get my foot unclipped and clipped in. So, and I like a very close shoe onto pedal feel. So I'd rather run the pedals a bit tight. I'd rather run that clearance a bit tighter for the support than having pins in there. But like I say, they're optional and they come supplied with the pedals, so it's up to you whether you use them or not. Also supplied with pedals, you get 2 sets of cleats. So you get one set with, to be fair, they say they're different angles, but one's 12-degree release, 4-degree float, the other's 5-degree float, 13 degrees release. So it's absolutely marginal. I'd be really, really impressed if you can actually tell a difference on the bike. But as you can see, they are a specific pattern to Hope. They're quite similar to the HKs, but not exactly the same. But like I say, stainless steel, so they last really, really well. Again, machined in-house by Hope. They've got all the usual sideways adjustment on them. And they actually come with a really nice pair of stainless steel hex key heads, so you can put a bit more torque through them without worrying about rounding them out, which is always a concern with a standard 4mm pedal, 4mm cleat bolt. And to be honest, these are, I think, did I say that at the start? I don't know if I did, but yeah, 150 quid. That's a lot for a pedal. Especially, you only get a titanium axle on the RC pedal for an extra tenner, which seems a bit of a bargain. So it's not through any exotic materials. It's just through the sheer build quality on these. And because in terms of use, because both front and rear jaws are sprung, and because they're quite broad jaws. Clip in is toe down, toe back, flat stamp. You can get in them really, really easily. And once you're in them, they're just really, really secure, really consistent in feel. They basically just feel like a better SPD. It's a very similar actuation. You don't have to hit them at a specific angle like the Times or anything like that. Maybe they don't roll in quite as easily as the Crank Brothers, and they don't float as easily as the Crank Brothers. But I've had zero problems in any kind of weather in them, and, clay, snow, whatever. They've been absolutely fine. And it's just that utter consistency and security. There's no rattle, there's no lift, there's no slide about, which is, I'd expect that from pretty much any pedal by this point in the lifespan, all the cleats. But they've just been absolutely rock solid. And if you know anything about Hope, they've got an absolutely brilliant, beyond and above the call of duty reputation for customer service. So, yeah, that's what you're paying for, really. You're paying for superb quality and a really, probably the best, most consistent, secure, long-term fit I've ever had from a clipless pedal, which, just very Hope, really. They're going through a really, really good period at the moment. I've got the new E4 brakes as well, and I've got the XC brakes, which I need to review both of those. But both of those brakes, really, really impressive. It's great to see Hope producing some really, really great components. Plus, I'll be picking up the 916 high pivot enduro bike next week. So that's really exciting. So keep watching the channel for those. But yeah, basically, and they come in 6 different anodized colours, of course, because it's Hope. So initially expensive, but in terms of performance, these are absolutely outstanding pedals from a company with an outstanding reputation for customer service. So definitely an investment in a really, really good, sure-footed, long-term connection to your bicycle. So massive thanks to Hope for sending these pedals in. Thanks to Giro Cycling UK, PT's Products and Crud Fenders for supporting the channel. Big thanks to my Patreon supporters as well. They pledge every month, but together they make a massive difference in how much time I can spend talking to you through this GoPro about all things bike and biking. So if you really like what I'm doing with the channel, then please consider supporting me on a monthly basis through Patreon. And there's a link to that page at the end. And there's also a subscription link as well. So click on that one, give the video a thumbs up, and tell your mates if they want to know about more biking products from someone who's as honest as they can be, but has a huge amount of experience breaking things and riding things and wearing things out and chatting about them, then send them my way. But for now, I've been Guy Kestevan on Guy Kes TV, talking about Hope's Union TC clipless pedals. Proper good places to put your feet.